Yeah, welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Reviews and reactions. Let's go. It's the Brown Boy Wonder. Hold it down, representing for the culture. Every episode brings you closer into the mind and the heart of a hustler, where the truth and the groove collide. Stay tuned in, come enjoy the ride. Keep it authentic like that, never hold back. It's the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. The Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Subscribe, share, and stay tuned in. The vibe's always on.
Welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder Podcast. Guys, it is time for episode 4 of Blind Ranking, where we rank while being blind. No, I'm just joking. I do have 2 guests on this episode. Let me introduce our guest who's been there. He is currently, of course, an AEW stan as well. It is Azam. Azam, how are you doing today?
Yo. I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Happy to be back.
Sir, yes, sir. I'm glad you're here. And I do have a newbie on the pod. He is our good old friend. He is, I believe, a doctor. Not in the works. He is a doctor. He is Dr. Samir. Samir, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm honored to be a part of such an amazing podcast. Let's get it rolling.
Let's go. Yes. So the first category out of 4 is current. Oh yeah. By the way, before we get into that, excuse me. You guys are gonna work as a team, of course. So what is y'all's team name?
Oh,
I'm gonna let Samir come up with this, man.
I don't know, Azam. What do you think we should do?
I'm feeling kind of degenerate today.
Oh,
but we can't have a copyright infringement. So
let's play around with the name then a little bit, so we can avoid the legal trouble for our friend over here.
all right, bro. I think. How do you feel about a Degeneration Y?
I like it. We are Degeneration Y.
all right.
Yeah, but not Y like the letter. Degeneration WHY question mark.
Yeah, like Q, like Degeneration Q.
Yeah. Why? Why are you acting up? Act your age, boy. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. I like it.
I like that.
100%.
Well, all right. Generation Q or Y. The first category is current NBA players. So out of 5.
Ooh.
The first player is, who you rank this guy? Phoenix Suns power forward, Kevin Durant.
So this is kind of. Do you want it to? Well, there's 2 ways we could do it. We could do like so it's not all time ranking. It's going to be like, I guess, like say how like fantasy draft lineup is of the season or whatever, right?
Sure.
Cool. Are you guys playing any fantasy basketball this year?
Yes,
I
sir.
am.
Yeah, I am as well. And it's quite the trip this year. Kevin Durant, I feel like, I mean, he got picked like 7th or something, but there's 5. But you can't put him at 5 because there could be like, you could put friggin' Bronny James on the list, man. I don't know what could be on the list.
Could be anybody.
I
What do you
feel
think,
like
Samir?
I feel like putting KD at a 3 right now is solid. I don't think he's like 1 or 2. I think there are a lot of players in the NBA that you can put at 1 and 2. This is like the latter end of his career. So I think 3, maybe even a 4 is safe. I wouldn't put him as 5 though. So I'm okay with 3 or 4. What do you think, Azam?
I would also say 3 because let's say like somebody better does come up, you can just argue that like, KD is, essential to the team and the team still like the offense does move through him a little bit, right? So I'm good with 3.
All right, let's do 3.
All right. He is known to be ashy, but I don't know. Hopefully, he put some lotion on this season. But we are putting Kevin Durant as number 3. All right. The second player is the Los Angeles Lakers shooting forward, LeBron James.
LeBron
James.
LeBron James.
There we go, man. There we go.
I think
There you go.
LeBron. So this is a tough one. I have a hot take on this, but I would say from a pure like fantasy perspective, if we're going with that, I would put him at 4. I think he has like 1
Wow.
or 2 years left in him. I think I would put KD ahead of him statistically. I think LeBron at 4. I think he's still one of the greatest players and one of the best players in the league today, but I can't put him past KD right now.
Yeah, I also think that offensively, the Lakers, like JJ Redick, has really transformed them. And you can see a lot of people on the bench have like scoring opportunities. I mean, Austin Reeves is not a bench player, but you got guy. Everybody contributes in one way or another. Especially the offense, for sure, is moving through Anthony Davis a lot better. So I feel like LeBron at 4 is a good shout, considering he is oldest player in the league. But objectively, I feel like probably the GOAT. So, you know,
I think Bronny James though is going to be the face of the Lakers. So this is not LeBron's team anymore.
you mean,
Mm.
are you sure you're not talking about the Lakers, the G League affiliate?
No,
Uh,
I mean the Los Angeles Lakers. This is I already got my Bronny jersey. I'm wearing it right now, actually.
Oh, very nice.
well, considering you're a WWE fan, you're no stranger to nepotism, so I can see why why you support that.
See, I support real entertainment, not shoddy entertainment like
Oof.
AEW.
It's
Oh,
that's great for you, man. I don't support entertainment at all. I support wrestling, bro.
okay, okay.
I will
It's getting a little
swanton
hot
bomb
here.
you right now. I will come to your house and swanton bomb you.
We look, man. This is why we're degenerates, bro. The podcast hasn't even started yet. We've already descended into a complete bedlam.
So you were thinking 4 here?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think 4.
All right. Yes, future Hall of Famer LeBron James, Los Angeles Lakers. That's number 4. The next one is he kind of lost his brother. He was playing a little, he was swimming, and then he lost his brother. And of course, we're talking about the Splash Brothers. We're talking about Golden State Warriors, Steph Curry.
Oh, so we're ranking
Ooh.
everybody who's basically washed, right? Man, this is a tough one because I don't know. I feel like Curry at 5. Okay, I'm assuming that Jason Tatum's on this list, right?
Oh, you
Uh,
never know.
I'm just assuming Tatum's on this list, and I'm reserving that number 1 spot for him. Jokic could be on the list too. Anthony
Maybe.
Edwards could be on the list.
Maybe.
I don't know, man. I feel like Steph at 5 on this list is about accurate.
Really?
Wow.
I think Steph at 2. I think he still has a lot left, and I think even last year he showed that he had a lot left. I'm okay with putting him at 2, but I do see, playing this game, he could pull up, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, but what if he pulls out like Jared McCain, the guy who paints his nails, or like,
I
you
mean,
I
who
forgot
at
know,
any
about,
boy.
I
I'm
forgot
okay.
about him.
exactly,
I
Who he
forgot about
playing for?
him.
or like if he puts Karl Anthony Towns, like he doesn't deserve to be 1 or 2.
Huh?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing. When you rank 3 and 4 first, you're kind of left with tough decisions to make. The reason why I think Steph is 5 is like the things that he does on the court are not things that come across necessarily like to the average viewer. He's an off the ball player. He's probably one of the best to play off the ball like ever. And you combine that with his 3-point shooting. I just think like in terms, are we ranking individual success? Are we ranking like where the team's going to go with them? How important they are to the team? Right? Like, the Warriors are not going to make any noise this year. I feel like there'll be a early playoff exit. And it's like I think that Steph could continue to play at a high level for quite a long time, just putting up threes. But the entire team has to be taken into account too. But I think
Mhm.
pound for pound, if you want to look at it like skill wise, he probably is too. I guess I was looking at it from a different lens, but since it's your first time here, and I like chaos, we'll put him at number 2.
I mean, you do bring up good points though. But all right, fine. We'll stick at 2 for this, and we'll see how the rest of this blind ranking plays out.
All right, all right. Well, point guard, Golden State Warriors, Stefan or Steph. Is it Stefan or Steph? Because they pronounce it differently.
I
think
believe
it's
his full
Stephen.
name is Stefan, and
Well,
Steph is just like shortened.
well, his first name is actually Wardell, and then his middle name is Stefan.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
okay,
no.
Glazer. We didn't know we had a Glazer here, but okay.
Well, I am the king of glazing. I'm glazing right now.
All right. Well, Steph Curry is number 2. The next guy, he's kind of new in this league. He's kind of like younger than us at least. It is Los Angeles Lakers shooting guard Bronny James.
I knew he was going to do this.
Yeah. Yo,
Number one.
I feel disrespected, man. Dude, you invited me as cordially, or maybe with nefarious intention on your podcast on a
Sure.
Sunday night, 9 p.m. We're talking about Bronny James.
You
I
were
got
talking about
work
Bronny
tomorrow,
James?
man. I got work tomorrow, bro. I commute to the city on NJ Transit. We're talking about Bronny James, man.
I appreciate your commute, man. I appreciate
Are
it.
you disrespecting the part of the duo with the most points scored between father and son in NBA history? Him and his father are number one in most points scored by a father-son duo.
Let me
He
ask you a question, man. I don't even have to guess, but would you say that a cherry is your favorite fruit? Because you're definitely picking cherries out here.
I do like some cherries. You're not wrong
Hmm.
about that.
Well, I'll say this. Think about it. Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio were tag team champions, and they were a father and son duo, first time champions. So can Bronny and LeBron do it?
I think
I mean,
so.
it's not outside the realm of possibility, but you know, like James Wiseman got a ring with the Warriors, and I don't even he plays for what, like the Pistons now, and isn't even like a real option.
I
So
think the Pacers actually.
yeah, okay, there you go. Who he play for? But yeah, I guess we'll put him at 5.
Yeah, five. Five is
Ex-
safe.
executive decision.
Sounds good. Well, let me run down the list before we get to the number one. So number 5 is Bronny James. Number
Mhm.
4 is LeBron James. Number 3 is Kevin Durant. Number 2 is Steph Curry. And number 1, you guys picked for number 1, Minnesota Timberwolves shooting guard Anthony Edwards.
That's valid.
I'm happy with
Good.
this list. I think this is a
Valid.
solid list.
Pretty good.
Valid. Have you
All
guys
right.
seen that Netflix documentary series called Starting Five?
I've heard
I
really good things about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like it gives you a good insight into the players' lives and stuff. And particularly, so it's 5 guys. It's Jimmy Butler, LeBron, Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Edwards, and one other person who I can't remember for the life of me. Oh, Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum. Yeah, and yeah, Anthony Edwards is a friggin' character. Like, I mean, I hope he has longevity in this league because the guy just like doesn't care. But he's so good, man. He's so good.
If you guys saw that Adam Sandler movie Hustle, Anthony Edwards was in that too.
Yeah, the main character was what's his name?
Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Hernan Gomez. It was a younger Hernan Gomez brother, not Willie.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
other guy, Wancho Hernan
yeah.
Gomez.
Wancho.
Yeah, what a movie, huh? Netflix. Adam Sandler is the king of Netflix stinkers, but I like it for what it was. It was endearing for sure.
I agree. All right. Well, we did a good job on category 1, but now let's get into category 2.
Oh God.
Generation Y. Are you guys feeling good about this?
I think we
Well,
knocked the first one out of the park.
All right. Well, the second category is Shah Rukh Khan movies.
Oh Lord.
okay, so see how this is where we're getting into good territory here, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because to my knowledge, I can't think of any stinkers that he put out a couple stinkers, right? But
A little bit.
the chances of there being a stinker on this list is slim to none. So at this point, it's just deliberation between what you think deserves to go where. So
100%.
I'm ready for it, man.
I agree. Well, I mean, of course, I just want to mention that I've been, I don't want to say idolizing, but I've been looking up to Shah Rukh Khan since I was 5 years old. I was doing all of his dance moves. I was singing all of his songs. I just
So you-
got to, yeah, I just got to say it out there.
So you were glazing since 5 years old. Is what you were saying.
Not even glazing. I was doing something else. But besides that, let's get into our first movie. Out of 5,
Mm-hmm.
Kalho Na Ho.
Ooh. I think I don't know how you feel, Azam, but I think that's top 3 all-time Shah Rukh Khan movies. I would put it probably number 2. I think K3G is number 1, but
Yeah,
I think number 2.
number 2 is great. It's actually my personal number 2 of his movies. like when it comes to mine, I immediately would think number two. And yeah, it's a pretty safe bet. So I also would like to maybe add another factor to this, right? Like the movies that we kind of grew up watching, he had like co-stars. Like he wasn't like the one guy in the movie, right?
Right.
He's kind of like in a way like a rising tide lifts all ships, right? So like he kind of launched the careers of a lot of younger actors that and actresses that maybe didn't make it super far, but they got kind of put on the map. So that's a good thing. And he didn't take away from the movie. Like he didn't like go into business for himself. I feel like either, right? Like on those movies, he wasn't like Hulk Hogan. But yeah. So number two is solid for sure.
He's like the John Cena of Bollywood, I would say.
Oh, I feel like The Rock. No.
No, what do you think, Azam? I don't know, actually. The Rock's a good comparison, too. I feel like Cena, because when Cena comes back, he's always lifting the younger star. He lifted up Sokoa, he lifted up Austin Theory, right? So every time Shah Rukh Khan comes back, every time he's in a movie, he's always lifting somebody up to new heights. So I would think he's Cena.
That is true. Also, yeah.
I think Cena's a good comparison. Also, like Rock, and I also thought like The Rock is kind of shoehorned into this like mostly action comedy guy. John Cena is like a way more like I feel like nuanced and recognizable character for like many generations, both younger and older. I can kind of do anything. Shah Rukh Khan, fits that bill for me too. So.
And of course, spoiler alert, I did cry my eyes out in theaters when I saw this movie. Alone in a Hole.
Bro, we were like 8 years old.
I cried, man. Also, when he was talking to Nina in the at the terminal, forget about it. All right. The second movie is DDLJ.
Okay. This is a potential number one. This is a tough list, man.
Yeah, because I don't know what you're going to pull out after this.
I think it comes down to so there's so many ways you can rank it. His performance, the cultural importance of the movie, just like your personal attachment to the movie, right? I want to say the number one spot because I don't know, but this could be three, even though it's really important. I mean, if we were growing up, like when this movie came out, maybe we'd feel differently.
Sure.
But I didn't watch this movie for the first time until I was like maybe 20 or something. Yeah, because like we never had it on tape. We had everything else on tape. But any of the 90s stuff, we didn't really, obviously it wasn't streaming back there in that generation either. It was whatever your parents had or whatever they had, got from the, bootleg Indian rental store or whatever.
True.
But, yeah, I'm thinking three for this. What about you, Samir?
I think three is safe. I think if this is also my top three like best Shah Rukh Khan movies of all time. This is actually the first one that I ever saw with my mom as a kid, so it has like a special place in my heart. But I think three is still safe because I do think there is a better movie out there. But like you said from the start, like you can't really go wrong with this list because like 99% of his movies are all hits. So I'm okay with it being a three.
All right. Sounds good to me. Well, DDLJ is number three. A lot of people might be disappointed with this list already. Well, I don't know. All right. Let's put your hands up in the air and shout Om Shanti Om.
Interesting.
I think this is a safe four.
Yep. I immediately thought the same thing. It's a good movie. But it was the first movie of that like new Bollywood era that kind of started in like the late 2010s. And I don't know how I feel about that era. Like that era as a whole was very it was like where they're still fobby, but they're also starting to try really hard to like not be seen as that, but kind of failing at it as a whole. And like Farah Khan movies, I feel like are hit or miss. She really makes like a lot of, like overproduced movies that can sometimes distract from the story. A good movie nonetheless, right? Very
Yeah.
memorable. And yo, that like that song where all the cameos happen, man.
Yeah.
Dude, that
The
was like that
multiverse.
was yeah, that was a Royal Rumble, bro, of Bollywood songs, man.
For real.
What do you call it? The real forbidden door, right there.
Yeah. Oh yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I think when I saw that movie, seeing all his other movies beforehand, I thought that movie was trying too much.
Mm.
And like you said, like it's the cultural shift to like more modern Bollywood movies, and
Yeah.
it loses that feel of like what is Bollywood. And I think the biggest problem with today's Bollywood movies is they try to be too Hollywood. And like the reason why we all grew up and appreciated Bollywood movies is because you have the cultural significance. You feel like you're back in the homeland. You feel connected to your roots. So I felt like a disconnect watching this movie a little bit just because they were trying too hard.
Yeah.
Great. Om Shanti Om is at number 4. The next one. Next one, sometimes you'll sing, O Zalima is race.
Yo, Race was amazing, man.
That's a great movie.
But number one, man, I don't know about number
I
one.
don't think
Race
it's
is
no. I think it's 5. I think you can just put it at 5 and move on.
interesting thing is for me personally, I feel like this movie was the probably the first one of his where he no longer is like the like he's accepting a bit of like he doesn't have to be the 100% good guy. He doesn't have to be like the nice lovable like character that he's sort of like a anti-hero in a sense.
A little
And
bit.
like it started that foray into like playing roles that like match his age, so that's why it was dope. And but I think that like yeah, a good litmus test for this list could be like, how much your parents liked the movie. My mom
Mm.
hated this shit, bro. She thought it was garbage. So, we'll put it at
What?
5.
Did she like the songs at least?
Oh, yeah, I mean, everybody likes the songs. I feel like because I mean,
Mm.
they. I know for a fact, if you put Lela Me Lela on, the uncles will start tweaking on the dance floor, man. I seen it with my own eyes, man. I seen it with my own eyes. But yeah, I really like the soundtrack for this movie. What's that song? Zalima is really good. There's another one that I'm thinking of that I can't remember right now. Udi Udi Guy. That song is really good. Really good.
Oh, yes.
That's a great song.
Fantastic. All right. So it sounds like you're saying number 5 for race.
Yep.
All right. And that is my dad's name as well. Race. So interesting. Interesting.
Shout out to Ray's uncle, bro.
Oh, Race Uncle. That's a legendary name. Race Uncle.
Yes. Yes. And you guys saw him at someone's wedding 2 years ago. So shout out to him. Oh, shout out to my dad, of course. All right. So let me run down the list, of course. For Shah Rukh Khan movies, number 5 is Race. Om Shanti Om is number 4. DDLJ is number 3. Har Kadi, is Kalhona Ho, number 2. Number 1, I think you guys made a safe bet. It is Gabi Kushi Gabi Gum.
There we go, man.
There we go.
Yo,
Bro.
dude, we're undefeated, bro.
Bro, we're
are
killing this, bro.
Pretty good.
about to cut a crazy promo and have it like bite us in the ass next round, man.
Oh, you thought I was gonna say Zero or whatever his other movies were? No, man. Gabi Kushi Gabi Gum, number 1 is an S tier list.
Actually, though, I'm extremely disappointed that Mehuna was not on this list because that's my personal favorite.
It is me too. 2004. It is a classic of mine, but I did not put it on the list. So
That
I'm
is a
sorry.
classic.
Have you guys seen Bazigar?
I seen half of it.
Dude,
I have not seen it yet.
Bazigar is like that's like his like arrival, and it's funny because he played like the like a freaking serial killer. Like it was such a dope movie, man, and it's made with that like '90s charm. So like I'm a sucker for '90s Bollywood, man. '90s, early 2000s, like it's an era that can't be captured again, like, literally and figuratively.
I agree. Which movie did he dress up as like Zorro? Zorro.
That was
That
Raw
mask.
1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to
Although it
that one.
wasn't, I think you're confusing the Zorro outfit with another movie. I feel like Krish was a Zorro ripoff. Like Koi Mil Gaya with Hrithik Roshan, right?
No, it also had Kajol in it too. Like she was in that scene. You know what I'm talking about?
Zorro outfit.
I
Oh,
gotta go through the archives. I'm
Let
starting
me
to
look
blank
this
on
up.
these things.
I'm on the computer right now.
yes, we have to get into this thing right here. For those who don't know about
Uh,
Shah Rukh Khan, please look at his filmography. He is basically like Tom Cruise. For those who don't know, check him out. I'm sure his movie's on Netflix, on all the other streamings.
You're getting out
it,
those shout
it might
outs,
have
your
been
sponsors.
Bazigar, bro. It might have been Bazigar. I think he did
Is it?
have a yeah.
There we go. There we go, guys. Well, that was Shah Rukh Khan movies ranking. Now let's get into the next one. D Generation Y. Are you guys feeling a little Desi here?
Yeah, dude. I'm feeling on top of the world.
All
I
right.
think we're world heavyweight champions right now. We're the Shield right now. I'm Roman
Ooh.
Reigns.
Oh,
He's Seth
oh.
Rollins.
Let me acknowledge my tribal chief, Samir.
Oh, thank you.
You know what? You know what? For the one time, check the camera, boy. Check the camera. One time for the one
There
time.
we go. There we go.
All right. I gotta get the camera on too real quick. Just
There we go. There we go.
there we go.
There we
Go
go.
on, baby.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, speaking of Desi, let's get our Mango Lessies out there. The next category is Desi professional wrestlers.
Yo, modern day Maharaja number 1, bro.
Easily.
Modern day Maharaja number 1.
All right, well,
You are not ready for the burial I'm about to give Great Khali, but okay.
oh, you may not be on the list.
Who was that one that he did Bungra like mid fight?
Shanky?
Shanky.
Yeah.
Nah, but yo, you know what? Shout out to Shanky, right?
Mm.
Because the goddamn WWE, bro, the freaking Federation, right? They keep shoehorning people of ethnic backgrounds into ethnic stereotypes. And this is culturally a problem because their American audience of 49 plus aged white men do not attribute redeemable qualities to people of ethnic backgrounds other than ethnic stereotypes. So why is this, young strapping lad making himself look like a complete buffoon dancing in the middle of a match?
I will say he's not part of the company anymore, and I think the direction of the company is a different way. So I think we're getting away from the stereotypes, at least.
You know what, man? Hey, you heard about the Carlito thing the other day?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that one was funny. That one was funny. So
The EOS guy?
yeah, and Eos guy and
Wait a second. Wait a second. Are you saying that xenophobia is funny?
No. It's not. It's good. It's only funny if it's not funny for Kyrie Sane and Eos guy because they didn't have a problem with it. So we shouldn't have a problem with it.
All right. Yeah, I'm just.
He got us on that one.
Right.
There we go. Well, of course, we've got our mango juice boxes. What is it, Sean's, right? The mango box.
Oh, the fruity.
Yeah, fruity. There we go.
Oh, those are so good.
Yo, matter of fact, side note. You guys know Akash Singh, right? The co-host of the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Akash Singh was at New Brunswick. He was at the Stress Factory, and me and like 20 other dudes, we all went, and they were handing out fruities at the front desk, like at the check-in. So, by the way, them shits have like 38 grams of sugar in that little juice box. That's why our entire generation got diabetes. So
there we go. And make sure to get away from white rice because that's give us the skinny fat. So get away from that.
I just had white rice like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Stay away from the carbs, boys.
It's tough. It's tough, man. All right, let's get into our wrestlers here. Our DC wrestlers. First one on our list is, out of 5, Mustafa Ali.
He got done dirty. I'm thinking 3 or 4. I think you can put him at like 4.
You're tripping. You're tripping. He's number 1.
Really? Number 1?
Dude, I mean, well, so I guess it kind of depends how you're analyzing it. Are you looking at it from like the entire perspective? Are you looking at it from his in-ring ability? I don't think there's a better in-ring performer than him ever in the Brown scope. The guy is an absolute wizard. Like, and I don't even think like to say that he is just one of the best Brown wrestlers of all time is sort of like taking away because like he could hang with anybody, bro. He's so athletic. Like I'm glazing full on here, right? But if you watch his match in TNA against I believe it was Alex Shelley for the TNA World Championship. It was. I don't remember it was what pay per view it was, but that was an absolute banger. And I just think that like he's just the type of guy that would succeed outside WWE more. From that lens, he's number one. We come to a middle ground here, I think, though.
I think it's how are you analyzing it? Because his run in the WWE he was misused, and they didn't showcase him the best way that they should. But when he went to TNA and outside of WWE, yeah, like 100%, he's phenomenal. He's extremely athletic. He is a great wrestler. So I think we should figure out before we continue with the rest of the list, like how are we looking at all of these wrestlers? So do you want to do just pure in-ring ability, or are we looking at how they cut promos, their influence, title reigns, so on and so forth? How do you want to approach it?
I think if we approach all the above, then he's probably closer to 2 or 3. But if you approach it I feel like to approach it as in ring would be like that makes the list really easy to do, right?
Yeah.
So to kind of make it interesting, we could do it like an all-encompassing type of one umbrella type of ranking. But even then, I find it hard not to put him at 1.
I think if you look at his work outside of WWE, yeah, he's a 1 for sure. I was
even in the WWE, right? So first of all, like I mean, I remember I don't know about you, man, but the Geo News that was playing in the living room, bro, when he popped out in the Cruiserweight Classic, man. Hey, Pakistani wrestler WWE में आ गया, like
That's
people
true.
were freaking, man. Like that, dude. That was generational for us, man. Like,
yeah, that's fair.
dude. I grew up with Muhammad Hassan, bro.
Me too.
Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like,
Yeah.
a guy who's not even brown being painted as a caricature in a post 9/11 America.
We did so
And
well.
now we got a guy in the Cruiserweight Classic that looks just like us. Like that was a victory, man. So yeah, I do think the Retribution was kind of garbage, and he kind of got done dirty there, and all that stuff. But so, what we should do is we should map out what the next names could be thrown at us, right? Like, so we have number 1's a toss up between Jinder and Mustafa Ali, I think, right?
Yeah. Good. There's Great Khali. There's Jinder. There's Mustafa Ali. I don't know if he's gonna throw out like Shanky. He might not. I don't know.
Look at his face, man. He for sure. Shanky's on the damn list.
Yeah, he's on the list.
No, you never know. You never know.
Okay, I think we could put Mustafa Ali at 2 if Jinder is gonna get 1. What do you think?
Fair. I think I like that.
Okay, cool.
Sounds good. Well, let me put Mustafa Ali. Talk among yourself. I forgot to bring one magazine. Give me one moment.
What magazine are you
Oh
talking
yeah,
about?
he has the I believe it's a Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine with Mustafa Ali on the cover, looking like a Republican candidate for Senate or some shit. Yeah, dude, I don't remember if I ordered that magazine or like I forgot to order it or what, but I was supposed to get it, but I just totally slipped my mind.
Are you talking about this magazine right here?
Oh,
Hell
wow.
yeah, baby. Yeah, your green screen is totally ruining it, but yeah.
Oh no! There we go.
Dang.
Hell yeah, brother.
He's a beautiful human being.
Yes. All right. Mustafa Ali is number 2. Next one. Oh man, this guy. Recently, he's been making a lot of videos, really weird videos on TikTok or Instagram. But he used to be a monster, and he used to be very athletic back in the 2000s. I'm talking about the great Khali.
Great Khali and athleticism don't even live in the same house, bro.
In New Japan, when he was there, he was flipping. So you gotta
He
check
was flipping in New Japan.
Yes,
I've never
Yo,
seen
you're
these
shitting
videos.
me. I
I
can
am
look
not
this up
shitting
right
you.
now, man. All right, New Japan. You can hear my keyboard loud as hell typing as I look this up. New Japan, Great Khali flipping.
He was
All right, let's
flipping.
open this up. There's a little calm little highlight reel.
There you go.
I think Great Khali. I mean, not to distract from, dude. This guy's freaking jacked. Holy shit.
He is very jacked.
He's
I think he was
taking
like,
bumps.
yeah, he was like in his early 20s or like mid 20s.
Jeez.
That's crazy, son.
Yeah, he had a big mustache too. So it was like he's like a little uncle there.
Whatever happened to this guy? He could have given him everything, man.
Then
I
they
feel
made
like,
him feel like the Undertaker, the Indian Undertaker.
yo, he had that tupper move, bro. He gave you the chapel on the back of the neck, and you're done, bro. You're done for. Dude, yeah. I mean, okay, so let's be honest. Like, Great Khali is the first brown boy to get it popping for real, for real.
For real.
Yeah.
I just think,
World Heavyweight Champion.
dude, you guys remember that freaking mission in like SmackDown vs. Raw 2007 where you had to be like Mickey James and defeat Great Khali on like the hard difficulty?
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't he have that? What was that? He had that match too against Batista. What was it? The bamboo.
Oh, yeah, the
Punjabi prison match.
Punjabi prison
Yeah,
match.
the Punjabi prison match. Yeah. Yeah, he
That's
was
crazy,
he was
man.
iconic in different ways. I think putting him at 3 it's a good move at 3. I still think Jinder is number 1.
Yeah, 3's fair. I don't know. I just think like Great Khali's such a like
Yeah.
you know what? He was in the longest yard. We'll put him at 3.
Okay. I like The Longest Yard. That was a good movie.
Yeah, I do too.
All right. Great Khali, former World Heavyweight Champion. Right now he's like on TikTok or on Instagram. He's been like chopping trees with his hand. It's crazy. All right. The next wrestler, Desi wrestler. You guys mentioned him. Shanti Jinder Mahal.
Oh, number 1.
Yo, one time for the camera. One time for the
Yeah.
camera. Hold up.
Shanti.
And yo, if you're gonna clip the segment, just let me know, son, because I'm gonna send you the picture I have with Jinder.
Oh yes,
Dude.
yes. Actually, just send that right now. I'll probably do it.
Dude, Jinder Mahal was like when you started to realize like the bad guys in wrestling are really cool. That is when you appreciate Jinder Mahal, man. And just dude, the Bhangra celebrations, man.
Oh, dude, I loved it.
Dude. Also, the You People promos. Come on, man. I'll have you know, bro. I have been a part of this Facebook group called Jinder Mahal Shanti Posting
What?
for quite some time. Even
right.
after I stopped watching WWE, man.
All right.
I don't know why I'm part of that group. It's one of those meme shit posting groups. But you know, Jinder's great, man. I mean, dude, friggin' especially after meeting him too, he's like really dope, dude. Like just we spoke to him and he was talking about like like how he's basically like semi-retired now, just doing bookings whenever he likes. Really cool guy. I also really liked his interview with Chris Van Vliet that he did recently. Kind of painted. I felt he kind of got done dirty.
Why?
Like, because he was talking about like how he was in shape to. I mean, he's in the best shape of his life right now, right? He wanted to be, a wrestler, but he mentioned on Chris Van Vliet that when he was checking like the list of names for the show, he was kind of the manager for that other Indian tag team.
The Bollywood
I can't
Boys.
remember their. Wait, Bollywood Boys, or was it the more like Viking type dudes?
I think it was the Viking type dudes.
Yeah. So there's that one baseball guy, right? Veer, right?
Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about them. The what's his name? The hairy guy and then Veer. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
forgot their names.
Oh man, I forgot the
Uh,
tag team name. Oh, Indus Shear.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
Indus
yeah, yes. Indashare. He became the manager for Indashare. Like they, without consulting him or something, they just kind of put him
Mm.
on that list as a manager.
Mm.
And he
Yeah.
decided that he's still got years left, in the tank, right?
True.
So decided to leave. But I mean, just such a dope guy. Made the most of whatever he got given. Was probably, I think, directly credited with making the boom for WWE did like a little pay per view show or whatever in India, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's really good for that market. I also what else? I mean, dude, the transformation, man, from being a part of the 3-man band or whatever,
Yes.
like to being absolutely jacked to the tits, right? What a goat, man!
And I think
And you can't
like
hinder the gender. You cannot hinder the gender. You just can't, bro.
I agree.
My bad.
yeah,
I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you cook.
I think he built off of what the great Khali started. And I think that, you know, towards the end, I think when he was wearing like the turban and everything, for me personally, I was like, I resonate with him, right? Like this man is part of the culture. This man is showing the world like this is what the culture is about. And he's like Punjabis are they're warriors, and he was like a warrior. You saw him out there, the way he wrestled, the way he held himself, especially when he was heel, like he was a warrior. And I think he is the epitome of a Desi wrestler.
Yeah.
I think he represented, us really well, and I'm grateful and thankful for everything that he's done.
When it comes to like being a heel, he reminds me of like the way he talks, his promos reminds me of like the Iron Sheik, the way he like
Yeah.
does his promos. He's pretty much the same, but it's like modern day.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a really good way to look at it.
all right. Jinder Mahal is at number one, according to you guys. The next one, he is a TNA original. It is Sanjay Dutt.
Yo, my bad, bro. Sanjay Dutt was the first brown boy to get it popping, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Great Khali, man. Yo,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
telling you, dog, if you go back, like, I spent summers in Pakistan, man, and they had TNA on all the time, right?
All every single day.
So, so, bro, they have more TNA than WWE, man. Dude, Sanjay Dutt is, first of all, I really like Sanjay Dutt because the dude is like exactly my height, so it's like relatable in a sense, like guy that like
Yeah.
built like me, looks like me, doing
Yeah.
shit. Dude, freaking innovator, man. The guy was pulling out, dude, like the quintessential like indie wrestling style that has then seeped into AEW and New Japan and stuff. Sanjay Dutt was like he was a part of that like friggin' like the 2003 draft class, like NBA type shit, right? Like you do
Yeah.
not, Sanjay Dutt is like a number 3 pick if you were to consider that. Um, Unfortunately, he did get injured and doesn't wrestle anymore. But
No.
just like, man, I think looking back now, like it's really hard. I think we sort of have like an embarrassment of riches when it comes to brown talent, right? Because they're all like pioneers and trailblazers in their own way.
Yeah.
I think
You
every
can't,
single time there's a new one that comes in, they're so few and far in between where like you don't appreciate all of them. So every time a new
No.
one comes in, you're like, oh, he's setting the trail now, and he's creating the path for future Daisies. And then some time goes by, you have all these like jobbers that are coming in who are Daisy, and then you get another prominent Daisy coming back in. So I think the just wrestling in general hasn't been doing Daisies right for a while, but
For a bit, yeah.
I haven't heard that name in so long. In Pakistan, yeah, like my cousins used to watch wrestling all the time, and it was always TNA, and they were such big fans of him. But I think the way we've had it right now, I don't think he's 5. I think he's better off at 4 because
yeah.
he is one of the first brown boys to get a pop in. But I think 4.
Right. Number 4, you can catch him on AEW. He is a manager for, I guess, Jeff Jarrett at the moment, or is he? I don't know. Is he doing in AEW right now?
For the most part, he's a part of Jeff Jarrett's crew.
Yeah.
Also he is a pencil connoisseur. No one knows
Yes.
more about pencils than he does.
Yes.
So
Very pencil pushing type of guy. But all right. Let me run down the
pencil
list.
pushing is crazy, bro. That's crazy. I love it.
I mean, he is also like he kind of like lost his hair. You can see it when he was in TNA. Like I feel it too. I'm losing my hair. We're all the DC guys are losing their hair in their mid-20s, so I feel for him. All
That's
right.
crazy, son.
I'm telling the truth here. All right.
Yo, my bad. Let's continue.
Let me run down the list here. For DC professional wrestlers, we put number 1, Jinder Mahal, Sean T. Number 2, Mustafa Ali, one of my goats. Number 3, The Great Khali. Number 4, Sanjay Dutt. And you guys put I think he's the next Great Khali eventually. Sanam Singh.
Satnam Singh at 5 is about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about one half of the AAA Tag Team Champions, Satnam Singh?
Yes, I'm talking about him.
What do you call I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm a hater, right? And if you watch this podcast, you know I'm a hater.
Oh, yes.
when-
Especially in the chat.
For sure. When Satnam Singh first came on to AEW, I was like, "Oh no, what's going on here?" Right? Because the first thing that I saw was like, "Yo, I couldn't make it in the league, and now I'm gonna just wrestle." Right?
Mhm.
But Satnam Singh has really endeared himself to the fans and to haters such as myself. Because like he knows his spot on the card, man. Like he's
Yeah.
also I think he has put in the work, and that is very much attributed to Sanjay Dutt, right? I believe Satnam has spoken at length to how Sanjay has helped him, in things like what do you call it, timing in the ring and showcasing the skills that you have at your size, and just also he's hilarious. Like he is super funny. He's not like one of those like mark for himself type of people. From everything that I've been able to see in interviews and on TV, I like
Yeah.
Satnam Singh. In terms of Great Khali, I don't know though. But like, is he the next Great Khali? Probably not. But I'm sure Great Khali was a huge influence to him. Because I can't think
Sure.
of any other Desi people that are of that size, right? Like, one in
Yeah.
a billion. Satnam Singh, man.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. All right. That was DC professional wrestler. So I think we're done with our fruities there. Now, the last category.
Oh, let's go.
It is Halloween time ish, or I don't know when I'm going to upload this, but it's right now. It is Halloween time for us, and hopefully you guys know these people because we're going to talk about horror movie slashers.
Oh yes, this is gonna be good.
Okay.
I have Azam Nakvi number 1. Just putting that out there right now.
Hold on, man. I'm gonna say one thing, bro. If Kane from See No Evil is not on this list, man, I'm not doing a podcast again.
Wait, you want Kane on this list? Ugh.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, first of all, Glenn Jacobs, you can die for all I care, right? You friggin'
Whoa,
MAGA
whoa.
supporting piece of shit. I'm going into business for myself here on the podcast.
All right,
We don't support,
all
we don't
right.
support Trump out here. Anyway, let me chill.
Yeah.
Dog.
What we can do is separate the character from the man at the moment, at least. Undertaker and Kane, please.
When See No Evil came out and they were
Yeah.
doing heavy promo for it on SmackDown and stuff, I didn't go downstairs in my house for like a month. Like I just felt like Kane was gonna pop out and like strangle me or something.
That's true.
Especially
Especially with that bald head. Forget
Oh
about
my gosh, Bald Kane.
it. Oh. All right. Our first slasher. We kind of talked about him, ish, but is of course the original Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th.
He is probably the most iconic. I think when you think of Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
he is the most iconic.
I mean,
would
isn't the movie literally called Halloween? The first Jason movie?
Yeah, isn't it called Halloween?
No, it's Jason Voorhees is in Friday the 13th.
Who's in Halloween?
I can't say it because he might be on the list.
Is it Michael Myers?
Oh,
I,
yeah,
I,
Michael
I,
Myers might be Halloween,
yeah.
right?
I still think he's number one. Jason, it's number one and two is Voorhees and Myers. Like you can flip one and two, but I think I would put Jason Voorhees number one. He is so iconic. Um, what do you think, Azam?
Yeah, I think that really just for our generation has to be number one. I mean, I remember growing up, like every kid had this mask,
Oh yeah.
and yeah, we're starting off strong here, dude. I will say though, I will say as a disclaimer, I don't really watch a lot of like American movies, and I haven't seen too many horror movies, but I'm aware enough to sort of get through this list. So I'm probably gonna let you, Samir, run point on this for the most part. But I would say Jason is probably number one.
The fact that you know who he is and you don't watch that many like American movies, especially horror movies, like that alone should just tell you like how prominent he is as like a figure in our generation.
Awesome.
When it-
Awesome. He is the guy with the hockey mask. Just to,
Yeah,
well,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, okay.
yeah. The red hockey mask, or the with the red stripes on it. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
number one is fair.
You guys agree? Number one is Jason Voorhees.
yep.
All right. The second slasher is Ghostface from Scream.
Ghostface from Scream. This is I gotta look up how Ghostface looks again. I forgot.
It's the white mask with
Oh,
the
with like yeah, with the Scream, like the big
scream
O.
face. Yeah.
I think that's like I would put that as like three. I think I still think Michael Myers is on this list, and he deserves number two. And I think Ghostface, him, Myers, and Voorhees round out the top three. In general, so I put him at three, and that's also another iconic like Halloween outfit you see, especially at Halloween parties. People always have that Scream face on.
Yeah.
So I put him at three.
Yeah, you guys remember when we were kids, there was a variant of the mask that you could get with a costume, and like you squeeze this little circle thing, and like
Yeah,
blood
blood would
rushes
come
down
out
the
of it.
mask.
Yeah.
Oh,
That shit
yeah.
was next level, man. That shit was crazy. Although I do think the whole like "waza" type of thing kind of ruined like the scary vibe for this, because I laugh
Oh, yeah.
anytime I see this mask now, rather than be scared.
Yeah, the scary movies. Yeah, they kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
All right. Ghostface is number three. The next one, you guys are forget about this guy. It is Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh.
This is a pretty tough list, man.
I
feel
mean,
like you got all the bangers.
I think this is
Yeah.
kind of like the Shah Rukh Khan list again, right? It's
Yeah.
like they're all really good, and it really just depends on who you ask and like when you saw these movies or like when your friends went trick or treating, like what they would dress up as.
Mhm.
I think Freddy Krueger, he's a safe number four. Uh, he's also in the
Wow.
goats. He's on the list of goats of Halloween slashers, but number four is solid. But he is also an iconic cultural influencer when it comes to slashers. Uh, in our age group, all my friends and people who watch horror movies, he's referenced music all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Rappers always drop his name. So he's number four.
All right. Sounds good.
So we've done 1 to 4 so far, right?
We did one, three. No, we did two, one, three, and four. We
Okay,
haven't done two
so
and five.
so you're telling me that there's a chance that Leatherface could be on this list and be number 5?
Maybe.
I don't know how I feel about that, brother, but let's see where it takes us.
All right. So Freddy Krueger is number four. The next one, you might see him in your local WalMarts or local stores, or he might be behind you. It is Chucky from Child's Play.
That is another banger. That's a good one. You know who Chucky is, right, Azam?
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the Chucky movies or any of the Freddy Krueger movies for that matter. I do recognize these characters. I just don't really understand the movie significance. The truth is that, like, when I was a kid, man, my parents knew what movie ratings and video game ratings were, right?
Oh damn.
So, not to say that I didn't have much of a childhood. I had a great childhood, but a lot of the things that people were, watching and be scared of as kids, I was sort of kept away from for a good reason. I would like to say I'm a well-adjusted adult due to this, but I don't know how true that is. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't really watch a lot of these movies, and looking back now as an adult, like these characters aren't really scary. Obviously, I like to interpret movies now for more of like like the cultural significance and also the way they shot it, the way the story's told, right?
Yeah.
So I think Michael Myers in this case is no, sorry, not Michael Myers. I think Chucky is just kind of whatever. I don't really know. You tell me more.
Yeah, I think he was cool when he was prominent, but after like the movies came out, like when you think of Halloween, you don't really think of Chucky until someone brings him up. He's never really like on your mind. Someone has to bring him up in the conversation. I would put him at 5.
Sounds like, remember, these are horror movie slashers, so it doesn't have to be scary. It's just they just gotta kill. But all
Oh,
right.
so we keeping a KD list as well? Like we got the ratio going.
Oh, that part I don't have. I should have. I'm kind of unprofessional there, but yeah.
Are you guys playing the new Call of Duty?
Oh hell yeah, brother! Hell
Bro,
yeah, brother! I've been on
add
all
me,
day.
bro. Add me, bro. Why aren't we running?
I'm pretty sure we have each other added on COD, but
Yeah, I do.
think your username might be different.
I always see Abu Adderall online. Bro, I'm still crouching cupcake.
All right, man, we gotta run it.
Bet, let's do it.
Wait, so awesome. You never played Grand Theft Auto when you're like 8? I did.
Well, I didn't play it when I was 8. I played my first Grand Theft Auto when I was in Pakistan because there was a kid in the neighborhood that basically had a USB with it, so he gave it to all the other kids.
Okay.
And us bringing at the time what was a friggin' Ferrari of a laptop, when in reality it was quite dog shit. And from American standards, we had the goddamn GTA Vice City loaded up on that. We must have been like I think 13 or this was the 2010. I was about 12 years old.
Like 5
played my-
megapixels.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, straight up. Like shit had like maybe 2 gigs of RAM. GTA Vice City ran pretty well on it though.
Vice City is the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
I think 5 is, but Vice City is a good shout. Vice City, San Andreas, great games.
I think Vice City is definitely top 3.
Yeah.
At least. All right. Well, let me run down the list for horror movie slashers. Number 5, we put Chucky. Freddy Krueger is number 4. Number 3 is Ghostface. Number 1, you put Jason Voorhees. And for number 2, you guys mentioned him a lot. It is Michael Myers from Halloween.
Okay.
Number 2.
Yeah, I think we had I think every list we killed. I think we went 4 for 4.
Look, man, we are just pragmatic individuals, bro. We are open to discussion. We put our hatred aside, or at least some of us do. I don't know about myself. And we're able to discuss and we're able to engage in good discourse and end up killing these lists. So, unfortunately for the viewer, not a lot of chaos on this one. But
that's until you get a steel chair and hit me in the back.
Well, I'm gonna have to send a steel chair through. I mean, they don't have the technology yet, but eventually it'll be able to just appear in your room, and I'll have one. You'll take one straight to the head.
Oh,
damn.
Don't worry, I'll still swanton bomb you next time I see you.
That's gonna hurt, man. What the hell? All right.
You're gonna crush me like Flat Stanley, boy.
Well, that was Blind Rankings episode 4. Azam, where can they find you, man?
You can find me on Twitter. It's at Wrestling Bhai, BHAI, because I'm getting old now, so I'm Bhai, bro. Wrestling Bhai.
Brother, I am older than you. What do you mean? Come on, man. Come on.
Well, we're all pushing, near 30, so like we're getting there.
Yeah, I agree. And Samir, where can they find you in the social network?
You can find me on Instagram at Crouchin Cupcake. Crouchin spelled CROUCHN and then Cupcake. That's my Xbox name. That's my Twitter name. That's everything. So if you want to give me a follow, that's what you type in.
If you play FIFA, add him up, and I'm sure you'll be able to beat him.
Oh my god, dude, you're straight garbage, bro. I'll destroy you. You're not even good.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Please follow Azam and Dr. Samir. First time on here. How are you feeling on the pod, man?
Hey man, I just need to know when I'm coming back because I feel like I should be a regular on this show.
Hey, man. We could do something with you and, of course, maybe Jake Prince, the upcoming professional wrestler. One day we'll do something, man. Until then, you can follow this podcast on Spotify, YouTube Music. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram. Just follow me there. Until then, uh, what's his name? Jinder Mahal says.
And now I will address my people in my language of Punjabi.